Welcome back. The breaking story at this hour, the Supreme Court's observations into the alleged interference by the government in the coal scam. The first observations are coming in. The CBI has come under intense criticism. The Supreme Court saying that it is a sordid saga, that the CBI has many masters and is one parrot. It has called the CBI a caged parrot, saying that their affidavit shows it has many masters, that even if administrative control is there with the centre, investigations must be left alone. We're also hearing from PTI that the Supreme Court has pulled up the joint secretaries of the Prime Minister's office and the Coal Ministry for meeting CBI officials and suggesting changes into the draft report of the coal scam. Now, this could also directly affect Ashwani Kumar as well, the Law Minister, because he also made 2 critical deletions to that report. We're waiting to see what the Supreme Court says on him. At the moment, PTI is reporting that the Supreme Court has pulled up the 2 joint secretaries in the PMO and the coal ministries for meeting and for making those changes. The job of the CBI is not to interact with government officials, but to interrogate, to find the truth, says the Supreme Court. That is the next news flash coming out of PTI as we speak. If the CBI is not made independent, we will step in. If the CBI is working under political influence, should the Supreme Court exercise for the autonomy of the CBI, is what the Supreme Court has asked. The court again asking why it needs to get involved 15 years after the landmark Vineet Narayan judgment to keep the CBI autonomous. So a number of observations coming out, particularly on the role of the CBI and its lack of independence and autonomy. This court hearing today is crucial, particularly for the future of Law Minister Ashwani Kumar. Sources telling NDTV shortly before this hearing began at 2 o'clock that the Congress is waiting to see what the court says and if it makes any adverse remarks against the Law Minister, which will make his continuance then in the Union Cabinet very, very difficult. Sonia Gandhi not keen on his continuance then, if that is the case. So those observations coming out. The Attorney General has just told the Supreme Court, I have neither asked nor got the CBI's probe report in the coal scam. He has said to the Supreme Court that my meeting with CBI officials took place only on the suggestions of the Law Minister. Very important there. This is what the Attorney General has just told the Supreme Court. The Attorney General, Mr. Vahanvati, also under the scanner and under fire for his role. He's been accused of misleading the court as well, and he is obviously now explaining to the court about his own role. Mr. Vahanvati telling the Supreme Court just now that his meeting with CBI officials took place only on the suggestions of the Law Minister. Sunetra Chaudhary now joins us from outside the Supreme Court with more. Sunetra, this news is of course trickling in very quickly now in the last few minutes. Most of it really now until now had been on the CBI's role, but now it's now turning to the key players in these controversial meetings, the officials, the Attorney General, and possibly now the Law Minister.
Well, it's interesting. First of all, the role about Attorney General. What he's told the Supreme Court just now, that he was asked by the Law Minister, it actually matches, if I can just point out what the CBI Director said in his affidavit. He said that he hadn't been given the report, that the only reason that the second meeting took place was because the Law Minister said, once you make the changes that were suggested by him, the 2 changes that were suggested by him, then go to the Attorney General and show him those changes. And it was at that second meeting where the Attorney General scanned through those portions and then suggested a few more changes. So we can see very clearly from this latest reports coming from the Supreme Court that the Attorney General putting the blame squarely on Ashwani Kumar, the Law Minister, and CBI actually their affidavit backing that story by saying that yes, it was the Law Minister who suggested the meeting with the Attorney General. So the point that the Attorney General may have suggested changes, it seems only secondary at this point. Second point that you raise is that of the 2 joint secretaries. The court really taking up the issue which has been flagged by lots of people. What were 2 joint secretary level officers doing in the CBI office looking through their report? Many people had pointed out that it's not just the government's fault that they were there. What about the CBI? What business did they have if they are an autonomous organization and the government and the director have claimed it to be? Then why is it that 2 joint secretary officials were there in the CBI office on the same day that all of the changes were made, and they went through the report and CBI gladly showed it to them and they suggested crucial deletion and even one addition? Why is it that was allowed? The court echoing that The court saying that, your job is not to interact with them. Your job is to interrogate them. In fact, that is a crucial point, because if you see the government defense which has been coming even at that time was that the only reason that we were seeing the report was to check whether they've put our version correctly. Now, court has made it clear, Nidhi, that the CBI had no business interacting with them to get their version straight. They should have just interrogated them as someone whose role is under scrutiny and just put that in their report. So this really actually the two joint secretaries' role, going there, making those changes, that seems to have been taken up very strongly by the Supreme Court. But of course, CBI of not looking good either. The court having some tough words for them, calling them things like caged parrot. That's really not going to look well upon the CBI director.
Right, so Netra, just again, I'm just going through the observations as they're coming in from various news agencies and our own sources. We understand that the Supreme Court, again, while commenting on the CBI, has said that it cannot be an unbridled power. An unruly horse is a dangerous thing, perhaps indicating that, administrative control can still lie with the government, but it is really a question of its investigative powers. But I think from what you can see until now, things are not going to then look good for the law minister, are they? Because if the court is coming down heavily on these joint secretaries, if it is questioning the CBI for its role, then it may just have a very strong observation to make on Mr. Ashwini Kumar as well.
That's right. In fact, if you look back at one of the particular comments that the Supreme Court has already made, the court said, we're very worried about this government interference in the CBI. So yes, slamming the CBI, which they did last hearing as well, that's not new. They've been talking about the CBI, that why is it that they went and showed the report. So obviously the court is not satisfied with that 9-page affidavit which the CBI director Ranjit Sinha gave, and even though Ranjit Sinha has apologized, the court is, the bench of Justice Lodha is not looking upon it too kindly. But yes, all the proceedings till now, it's still ongoing. My colleague Arunachalam Vaidyanathan is inside there. He's getting all the details as well. But the reports that we get so far right now show that while the Attorney General has been questioned, but even he, like the CBI did as well, have said the only reason I met with CBI officials is because the law minister asked me to. So Ashwini Kumar looking quite in these proceedings. It seems till now, although there has been no direct reference to the law minister till now we don't have any kind of observation naming the law minister from the court, but we know that the Attorney General has put the blame on him, that it was he who asked. We know that the CBI has named him for asking for the meetings, asking for changes, also asking the other people to go specific to, in fact, 2 significant changes made by the law minister. And then the court saying that we are worried about the government's interference in the working of CBI, saying that CBI has been reduced to being a caged parrot. So not looking good at all for the law minister.